Now, please close your eyes in a comfortable position and slowly inhale, then exhale deeply. Once more, take a deep breath in and gently exhale. Each breath you take is gradually relaxing your mind. I am currently hating someone. Every time I think of that person, I feel unpleasant, upset, and my heart feels heavy. Right now, I simply acknowledge and observe this feeling as it is. The fact that I have these feelings means that I have been hurt, and I want to protect myself. This emotion is a message for me. By practicing or repeatedly listening to positive affirmations that help release feelings of hatred and anger, through a change of perspective, you can gradually untangle the emotional knots. The more we tell our brain not to do it, the more we actually think about it. That's why the more I say, let's not think about that person, the stronger that person comes to mind. So let me say this. Everyone is just living diligently within the values and life that person has experienced. If you take a step closer and look, there are no bad people. That person is simply someone who is living diligently in their own way and values based on how they have lived. I am different from that person, and that person is different from me. I withdraw my gaze from that person and turn it inward. I am the person who takes responsibility for and cares for my emotions and my life. I accept the emotions I am feeling right now just as they are. Emotions are messages that inform me without harming me. I am the master of my emotions, and I can choose. I look at my feelings of hatred without suppressing them. I have the courage to be honest about my emotion. I accept myself and others as they are. People who think differently from me are simply living their lives in their own way. That person is not perfect, just like me. Difference is not the same as wrong. I gently observe the emotions within me right now. The emotions that torment me started from a desire to protect myself. I acknowledge my feelings without judging them. Hatred is just one of the emotions I can feel. I let this feeling flow slowly without suppressing it. I comfort my wounded self and gently embrace it. I do not linger in my emotions, I look beyond them. Others, like me, are living their lives diligently in their own ways. That person acted only within the standards they believe to be right. Even if I cannot fully understand that person's perspective, I do not deny their existence. I accept being different from me as it is. Rather than being a bad person, they were just different from me. If you take a step closer and look, no one is completely bad. Everyone carries their own wounds and stories as they live. That person is also someone's child, friend, and a precious existence to someone. They are not a bad person, but someone who has lived in a different way. Rather than hating that person, I try to understand myself more deeply. I let go of judgment and choose my peace. I use my energy not for anger towards others, but for my own peace. I am no longer swayed by that person's words and action. I keep the center of my heart. I am someone who takes care of my emotion. I withdraw my gaze from that person and turn it inward. I can view my life separately from that person. Even when I can't understand, I can acknowledge. I choose freedom, not forgiveness. I focus on taking care of myself rather than on hatred. I do not try to change others, I manage my own inner self. I cannot live anyone else's life, nor do I need to. I can focus on myself right now. I take back control of my life. I focus on my choices rather than others' reaction. I do not seek the cause of pain outside of myself. I reconnect with the calmness within me. I choose thoughts that are for my own well-being. I no longer entrust my heart to others. I take responsibility for my emotions upon myself. I do not repeatedly recall past situations. I choose to stay in the present and embrace peace. I feel gratitude for even the smallest breath. I am letting my emotions flow and becoming lighter. I listen to my true feelings, not the opinions of others. I have the strength to protect my heart. I choose to have empathetic eyes rather than critical ones. I try to broaden my perspective a little more. It's okay if I don't understand. I know that choosing to keep a distance can also be a way of loving. I become a part of the world I desire. Before I speak of peace, I practice peace. I am a person who has the ability to change my emotion. I do not identify myself with that person. I often look into my inner self. Today, I make my heart feel lighter. I am not drawn to feelings of hatred. I choose warm gazes over a cold heart. I no longer try to understand only with my mind. I accept reality as it is and grow from it. I use my emotions as a tool to understand myself more deeply. I strive to be a kind person to myself today as well. I choose a peaceful mind now. I no longer hate myself or others. I can be free from that person's words and action. I protect my peace by myself. I do not entrust my feelings to anyone. I can take responsibility for and manage my emotion. I can focus on living my life. I free myself from unnecessary comparisons and judgments. I look inward first. I turn my gaze inward rather than outward. I love myself more than the person who hurt me. I can separate that person's life from my own. I have already tried hard enough. I use my energy wisely without wasting it. I have the strength to not be swayed by the actions of others. I have the power to change my perspective flexibly. I do not let my emotions control me. I understand them and let them pass. I choose not to revisit the wounds of the past. I am a person who lives in this moment. I feel the most peaceful when I focus on my life. I guide my mind in a calm direction. I am a free being who is not bound by anyone. I let go of hatred and heal myself. I lighten the burden on my heart through forgiveness. It's okay if I don't understand that person. I can choose to distance myself rather than understand. I have the courage to keep my distance for emotional peace. I know that if my thoughts change, the world can change too. I reconnect with the calmness within me. I let my emotions flow instead of getting stuck in them. I can be firm without fighting. I can choose peace instead of anger. I am learning how to take care of my heart. I am in the process of growing, and this moment is also part of that change. I no longer repeat the thoughts that torment me. I strive to look at the world with a broader perspective. I understand that everyone has different backgrounds and stories. I remember that the person who knows my true feelings best is me. I listen to my inner voice more than the words of others. I had the opportunity to choose peace again today. I can redraw the direction of my life on my own. I find more reasons to take care of myself than to hate someone. In this moment, I choose to let go of hatred and embrace love. Right now, I am gaining the opportunity to break free from the feelings of hatred and to understand and care for myself more deeply. I am currently trying to acknowledge and understand my emotion. I get to know myself better through the feeling of hating someone. I check the direction of my heart through my emotion. I understand that the feeling of hatred comes from a desire to protect myself. I acknowledge that even that emotion is a part of me. I no longer suppress my hatred, but look at it gently. I do not linger in that emotion, but return to myself. I do not try to change others, I take care of my own heart. Right now, I am practicing looking inward rather than outward. I respect all the emotions that arise within me. Rather than forgetting that person, I choose to understand myself more deeply. I do not hide my wounds, but instead, I embrace them warmly. I know that each and every one of my emotions is precious. I am being kinder to myself in this moment. I am getting to know myself better through my emotion. I take care of my wounded self without turning away. I listen to the true voice hidden within my reaction. I do not seek the causes of my emotions in others, but within myself. I am an adult who can take responsibility for and manage my emotion. I know that the person I am right now is good enough. I accept my feelings as they are, without comparison. I learn compassion through the emotion of hatred. I no longer whip myself. I find my way without getting lost in my emotion. I am growing even in this moment. I know that the more I hate someone, the more I need to focus on myself. I listen to the signals my uncomfortable emotions send. I gently embrace the sadness, anger, and wounds within me. I am practicing accepting myself as I am. I remember that all emotions are temporary. I want to be someone who understands myself through my emotion. I can free myself even if I don't forgive someone. I pay more attention to myself than to that person. I am currently having a conversation with my inner self. I don't suppress my emotions, I let them flow. I learn my boundaries through my emotion. It's okay not to try to turn hatred into love. I am just learning how to protect myself. Right now, I allow the flow of emotions that I need. I allow my emotions to lead me to deeper places. I remember that all emotions are messages for me. I realize that even my hatred towards someone was ultimately my own pain. I have the power to transform pain into understanding. I am currently in the process of understanding myself more deeply. I look at myself through the eyes of understanding, not hatred. I learn about myself through others. Even moments of pain help me grow. I allow my emotions to guide me to a better place. I can understand myself as deeply as my emotions run. I muster the courage to be honest with myself. I am learning to love myself as I am. I am becoming more mature as I go through these emotions. I know that this time to reflect on myself is precious. Right now, I am pulling myself out of feelings of hatred. I do not control my emotions, I respect them. I no longer feel ashamed of my emotions. I am getting closer to myself than anyone else. I learn what I need through my emotion. I fill myself with love, not wounds. Right now, I am on the path to understanding and loving myself more deeply. Now finally, quietly try to follow along in your heart. I bring peace to myself. I let go of hatred and focus on my life. I respect my emotions and let them flow. I am growing even at this moment. As you slowly open your eyes, please send a warm smile to yourself for giving you this time today.